once again, apparently, I failed to check in. He didn't check in with DJ Cosplay. Once again, y'all, if y'all gonna go to this Thailand, y'all need to check in with DJ Cosplay because only he can offer you safe passage. Okay, if you don't check in with him, it's gonna be y'all gonna have some problems. Maybe he sent these people out here to extort International Zoe. Hey, anything's possible. It'd be the ones you think are lame and slow and autistic. It'd be those ones, the unassuming ones, right? It'd be the ones that be like really out here pulling strings and getting people jammed up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, let's continue. Let's go here. Let me see. Did they get the audio fixed?
A hustle, me and my boy in Peru in Lima, and I said I'm going to make a portion of my joint called Hustler's Ambition.
Okay,
So
skip all
because
this. I don't care about this.
I was like, okay, well, and I thought I could get some content. You got to realize some of the things as creators do, we do it to see if we can get some interesting content. So I went to a spot called Zoe Yellow or Yellow Zoe. It's a party district in Chiang Mai. But it was a little bit disappointing because there's a whole bunch of white kids, like college students, and the music, it just was whack. So I went back to my hotel. Now, Chiang Mai is not a big party city, but when I go places, especially if it's a place I return several times, I'm going to visit different cities. Chiang Mai is probably the third most visited city or the fourth in Thailand. It's the city with the most temples in Thailand. It's supposed to be the most spiritual city. It's supposed to be a city that's cooler than the other cities on the coast.
Right.
So I said, let me go to Chiang Mai, check Chiang Mai out. So I did a few things. I went to some bars, this, that, and the third. So I said, yo, let me, the dude was like, yes, trust me. And let me say, as a traveler, as soon as you get on a plane, you're taking a risk. When you go to another country that you've never been before, you're taking a risk, right? So this is not the first a moto or tuk-tuk that have taken me to a place. Most of the time it turns out good. So we said the karaoke bar, so I said, I bet, let me go and check it out. So I went. I never been to karaoke. So I go inside. It's a bar to the left. There's tables in the middle.
It's not the fact that he got jammed up. It's how he got jammed up. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to Monday morning quarterback his situation. I wasn't there. I'm not him. I'm not in his head. But I don't know. I think you guys, you travel guys, are doing other people a huge disservice by not making awareness videos or awareness streams or letting the awareness factor be the sole driving force of y'all's content. I get it. That's, slides, that's doom and gloom. You're going to have everybody scared to go. No, but understand that there are going to be times when you may have to, it might be a 5v1. I don't know. Maybe you should start traveling with a companion. All this solo dolo shit ain't working out for y'all the way you think it is. I am not a fan of traveling solo in another country by yourself. What? Okay, unless you're CIA, a spook, or former Delta, or you're Jack Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you're gonna be fish food. But once again, it's how we got jammed up.
And they and then there's private rooms for the girls to sing. They bring the girls out. You pick which girls you want. They explained it, and they'll sing for you. I don't know if it was a 30 minutes, an hour. I don't remember. And it was like, you could buy this bottle. Like they had different bottles of cognac. You could buy this bottle for this price. Cool. Give me that bottle. I pay for that bottle, right?
Right.
You get the girls at this price. Cool. Pay for the girls. They gave me one extra girl.
No, wait up.
So
hold on. Now, guys, 350 in the building. These are girls to do karaoke, guys.
Yeah, this is not a... Yeah, there's no rooms.
Freaky.
Okay, first red flag, but once again, I'm not gonna try Monday night quarterback this thing or Monday morning quarterback. Let's just see how quickly this gets bad for him. But come on, he went to a karaoke bar and he wanted to rent out the room and pay for girls to sing karaoke. Okay, if that's what y'all do, that's what y'all do. But come on,
not freaky. Don't tell him.
Yeah, there's no rooms and all that other stuff. There's no private rooms. The room is a couch, some tables, and a big screen TV with the karaoke on it. They have the mics, they play the music, and they sing for you. But there's you get one bartender for your room, and he got a cart. And I see him he keep popping open, you know, in Thailand, they have the bottle Coca-Cola still, or Pepsis. And he's just keep popping bottles open and then opening waters. And literally, I don't even think I mixed my cognac. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, drink up. I was like, chill, let me sip my joint, relax. And I'm like, why does this dude keep popping open all these sodas? So everybody's saying, oh, you never run a tab. It's not a tab situation. People always have a lot of advice when they don't know what the hell really happened. They got all the advice in the world. And I'm not making an excuse. So I'm like, okay, they trying to run a play on me. You know, it was too late by that time. So I said, all right, it was like after 10, 15 minutes, I was like, all right, I'm ready to go. So I knew they was going to try something. So I get up and leave out the room. And they like, I was like, give me my bill. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, your senses kick in. Mine senses.
Okay, now are you seeing how they're lining him up? Are you seeing how they lined him up or are lining him up? Let's continue.
Kicked in a little late, but I'm like, I went outside the room into the main hall, and there was two white dudes there. They had just came in. And I think the reason why they wanted me to go back in the room is because they knew that it was going to be a problem with me, and they didn't want the other patrons to see because they would jet up out of there. So
okay, so there were other people there, other customers.
Yeah, but they were at the bar. They didn't pick. They have a menu. They didn't pick and go into the room. They were at the bar.
Got you.
So
all right.
They like. Now I didn't explain this either. They gave me the bill, of course, in baht, and it was a lot of fucking baht. So I was like, you know, I had to do the conversion, but I knew that was way too much baht, son. And so when I converted it was 900, and I was like, are you effing kidding me? So you know, I put up a fight as much as I could. Like I ain't gonna pay it. You know, we went back and forth, was yelling and shit, and trust me, I was looking at the door, dogs, but they were surrounding me from the beginning, so they experienced with somebody trying to jet up out of there.
Pay attention.
And you know, I was just
pay attention.
So I was like, I ain't paying it. And they was like, go inside the room. We could discuss it inside the room. I was like, nah. So they literally, it was like all the security, even the dude that was opening the bottles they was all in on it. You know what I'm saying? The girl, it was one girl who was she looked a little leery, but after this happened, I looked up the place. And the place had a record of doing stuff like that. And they even had a record of having girls there against their will. Oh, so maybe that's why the one girl was looking like leery, because she was like, man, they're about to do it to you. You know, not everybody's bad, you know what I'm saying? But she probably just found herself in a bad situation working there. So they grabbed me. They literally grabbed me, pulled me inside the room.
Did you hear this? They physically restrained him.
It's like, you got to pay this bill, right? And then I just thought, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it on my credit card, and I'm gonna call my credit card company and cancel my credit card. So I put it on my credit card, you know, and see, when you're a grown man, you got a credit card. Now imagine if I ain't have a credit card, and I would have had to give them my debit card, or I wouldn't have had the money at all. You know what I'm saying? Or I just didn't have that amount of money. Who knows what could have happened? So I gave them my credit card. You know, all my credit cards, they charged it. As soon as I went outside, I called my credit card company. I told them what happened. They said, don't worry about it. They canceled the card. But when people say, oh, you got finesse, no, because if the credit card company wouldn't have, you know, I guess respected, you know, and honored, it's not a hustle, a finesse or something like that, or just played. You literally I had to say okay to something that it was under duress. So I was robbed technically, you know what I mean? Even though I didn't actually have to pay it because my credit card company took care of it. And I don't know if they got paid or not because I called right away. I don't know if they was able to stop the transaction or call back the transaction. I don't know. I didn't worry about that because that credit card was shut down, canceled, and they told me don't worry about it. But so when I got off the phone with the credit card company, I got a boat to go back to my hotel. So I was only on the phone with the credit card company for like 5 minutes or less. But when I was going past the place to go back to my hotel, they was already pulling down the gate. So, and I never been to karaoke. Now, there's people who say, yo, you should have known it's an old scam, blah, blah, blah. But nobody never told me that scam. You know what I'm saying? I never experienced that scam. Nobody never told me that scam. I thought
maybe if y'all focused on the dangers or possibilities or the dark side of this, you know what I'm saying? Well, let's continue.
I was on some, I'm going to the karaoke bar. This is some light. This is not even like no lurky late night. This was like, I'm going to a karaoke bar. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even think that, yes, my guard was a little lower down because it was Chiang Mai. I know about the hustle in Phuket. I know about the hustle in Bangkok. I know about the hustle in Pattaya, but I didn't think, and I never been to a karaoke bar. So
Right.
I said the story because when I put it out, I see a lot of people saying it happened to them or they heard it happening before, but there's probably a whole lot of people that I just helped by putting out that video because obviously everybody hadn't heard about that scam. And no matter how much you travel, it's always something new. That's like saying you're a certain age and there's nothing you can learn after that.
Right.
There's always an opportunity. And let me also say, this is not a reflection on Thailand. This is a scam that they do in certain parts in certain cities in Thailand. Every country got good people and bad people. If we don't have bad, we don't have good, and vice versa. So it's an experience. I wasn't hurt. You know what I mean? I've been on tuk-tuks and took me places where I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? So if you listen, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm a risk taker. You know what I mean? You don't put your money into something.
Okay, now, I guess my question for everybody would be, was this preventable? Did this have to happen? I don't know this guy. I feel bad it happened to him. To be honest, I'd rather it happened to the lame ducks. I'd rather it happened to somebody else than him. He seems like a genuine person. I don't like that this happened to him. I'd rather it happened to somebody else. But did this have to happen? Was this avoidable? Was this preventable? What would you have done in his situation? Okay. Hey, I'm to the point where I'm trying to be understanding of people's situations and why they do what they do. I'm trying to be a little bit more empathetic to why these guys feel the need that their only option in life is to, take weeks out of your day or weeks out of your month and save up thousands of dollars to go spend money to be with somebody from a third world country that's only nice to you because you're an American. That is so ass backwards to me, but I'm trying to be empathetic to these guys. I'm not perfect. I'm trying to be more empathetic. Let's continue.
Invest in something. Every time money comes out your hand, you're taking a risk.
Oh,
Even
no.
when they say no risk involved. People have been robbed when they say no risk involved. There's always a risk. So, and I'm a risk taker. I wouldn't be who I am and where I am if I wasn't a risk taker. I'm also a traveler, an explorer. I'm not going to go to a country and I'm not going to I'm going to the worst neighborhood in the country. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely going to explore. I'm by myself most of the time. So would you going to sit inside your hotel? I do tours. I do nightlife. You know what I mean? It's part of the game if you want to be a real traveler.
Right.
And that's that.
Yeah, right. Hold on. Hit the like button. 390 in the building. 390 people watching. Razor Race International Zone. He's talking about his incident out there outside Chiang Mai, Thailand. Send your chats, your super chats, and questions and comments to International Zone. You know what I mean? He got a wealth of knowledge. He's telling you how to move out there inside Thailand.
Well, no, you tell us how not to get robbed. That's for damn sure. But
that is issue. So
this didn't happen yesterday. Like I said, I have a plethora of things that have happened in my travels that I want to share. So this is one of the stories. Next week I'm going to share another one. That's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I've been on lurky late night shit to for other activities, but this one wasn't one. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the gangster base with the $5 donation. These type of issues don't exist in Ghana at the rate as in Latin America. Guys need to realize that Latin America is like the Matrix.
That's bullshit. I don't believe that. They grind me in Africa too. I've been to 4 countries in Africa and they grind me too. That's bullshit. They got grimy people everywhere and good people everywhere.
Yeah, well,
if I was in Colombia, somebody would have said this type of thing don't happen in Thailand.
I'm just here to ask the question, was this preventable? Did this have to happen? Mainly to him. I don't know this guy. He seems cool. Y'all keep going to the same 3 places. And every time y'all go to the same 3 places, some of y'all come back a victim. Some of y'all come back as a cautionary tale. I don't know what it is with you. Let's keep it going. A couple more minutes.
Right. And I guess, shout out to you, the Gangsta Bankster, for that $5 donation. And I guess we got a couple of guys out there inside, the motherland right now, Keith and Pa. We'll see how that works out for them. But as far so like I said, this had to be a crazy. So when they told you, Zoe, to go back in the room for us to for go back in the room and we give you a bill, did it sink in? Did it sink in?
Of course, it sinked in. It sinked in when I went outside and it was like I was like, give me my bill. You know what I'm saying? And they stalled to give me my bill, right? They didn't even print up the bill yet. They were stalling. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, I'm in some shit. You know what I mean? I looked at the door, but they was blocking the door.
Did you think about running at any point? Oh, so they was. Oh,
not really, but I definitely. Yeah, but they had me cornered. They trust me. They've been through this before. You know what I'm saying? Like this was new to me, but it wasn't new to them. You know what I'm saying?
Did you think about probably yelling, making a big fuss in front of the other people that were there? Like you said there was other visitors there.
Yeah. I definitely was making noise. You know what I'm saying? But
nobody came to help.
That's not their country, man. They're not going to help you. They don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Pay attention.
And not even like it was another brother there.
Right.
Those are two white dudes.
Now, wait a minute. Now, was white guys, because you said it was a white club, basically, white people.
No, I didn't say that.
Europeans?
No, man. It was a Thai club. It was
okay.
two white guys who came in. But it's a Thai, karaoke bar.
Okay, I got
it wasn't no white. It wasn't a foreigner-owned establishment. It was a local-owned establishment or a mafia-owned local establishment.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And this didn't happen last week. This happened like a year ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm home, so I'm gonna share some of my stories and do something.
Okay, so this happened a year ago. Nonetheless, it happened to you. So, jeez, still an L, man. But okay, come on.
Some of the things that I said I was gonna do, which is the hustle's ambition. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I got mad stories, some funny, some like this, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing it because it's things that go on when you go to these countries. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's things that you could watch out for. Sometimes I don't get like a problem per se. It might be something that I was able to avoid, but they still tried to get me. You know what I'm saying? This time they got me.
Well, yeah, and I have photos of the establishment because you wouldn't put the establishment up there if it wasn't real. Mo, thank you for the $2.
Yeah, you can look up the establishment. I looked it up and they got mad violations for that same thing.
Wow. So they're known to do this. Okay, let's continue. Almost done.
Right. This is the establishment right there on the screen, guys. Hit the like button.
Yeah.
Wow. The name of the spot I got robbed at in Chiang Mai, Thailand is Diamond Karaoke with 2 E's.
No, Zoe is not scamming. You guys, listen, that right there, that's the establishment right there. Let me give another photo. Because this is how I know you wouldn't put these photos out there if you were scamming. You know what I mean? Nobody would put photos out.
You could look at my channel and see my videos from Chiang Mai a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I wasn't in Chiang Mai a year ago or whatever, a year and some change, you know?
Hold on. Right there, those was the photos of the spot. So you put that spot on blast, guys. Hit the like button. And so why would you wait a year? Why didn't you let me do this story a year ago, Zoe? Like, were you kind of like embarrassed, ashamed to tell the story a year ago?
Yo, so many things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it wasn't a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got to tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't lose my money really, but I started thinking when I like, damn, I got a lot of stories that I could share. Shit that happened. You know, I mean, there's stuff that happened. Thailand, like they have a scam with the Indians in Thailand. That happened a while ago, but I'm still going to tell that story. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stories. I'm making videos, editing videos, chopping up videos. I have videos that nobody never even seen before. It's just a lot. And you traveling. It's not like telling somebody it was going to do something for me at the time. When I left Chiang Mai, I went back to Thailand at that time. I went back to Pattaya. I might have went somewhere else too. You know, it's just funny shit that happened. And people tell me, yo, you should tell that story. When I tell my friends, they be like, nah, that's crazy. You should tell that story. So that's what the hustle's ambitions are.
Oh, yo, I have that record. I got the 12-inch remix, and I remember that record. Oh, wow, that's him? Word? Quit playing. Okay, let me check it. I remember that shit. Yo, I remember that record. He was one of them. That's funny. Quit playing.
uptown bounce.
Yeah, they had the remix. The version I like better. Yeah, it was Raking in the Dough, the remix that I liked. I didn't care for the original version. So that's him. Oh, he's one of the. Okay, that's what's up. Well, that's what's up. But still, man, I mean, you still got robbed and shit. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
About telling these travel stories, that crazy shit that happened to me.
Right, and no matter like people would say, you gotta know how to move. Oh, how can a veteran traveler like you in most people's top 10 lists get robbed like that, get scammed, and schemed like that? Some people probably saying, look, man,
how does it make you a veteran? You're a veteran because you got most experiences. I bet you probably most 90% of the people watching never even been to Chiang Mai. They never even been besides Bangkok and Pattaya. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. And stop scamming for views, says Elijah. Thank you for that.
Well, I just told my story. I didn't know it was going to go viral. You know what I mean? But knowing ninjas.
Okay, now I think this is a bit disingenuous. You know, these guys are fiending for anything, you know, passport content heavy, and you know, robbery stories are always popular. It's always been what? Who got robbed? Who got laid down? Who got this shit? Who got juked? Yeah, I mean that's always been popular. So I find it a bit disingenuous for him to say I didn't know it was going to go. Sir, you know the climate. How many people are like pro or anti passport? You knew telling this story was going to get some traction. Like how could you not know? How could you not know?
Oh shit! So got dropped. I gotta watch that. So
man, the irony of that.
That's entertainment for y'all.
The irony of that.
It's just what it is, man.
Yeah, and Cornrific with the $4.99 donation, raising rates Vesa fund. Get your question in the comments. While he's up here, pick his mind a bit. People get scammed every day, but you, right. But people get scammed every day. Yes, and this is strong arm though. Now, so you have been back. I've seen you back in Thailand. Your overall feeling right after that, did you have any reservations about going back to Thailand? Did you feel?
Nah, that's a one-off incident. You know, I was a little bit pissed off that it happened, but I didn't lose no money really. But I just felt like, damn, that was grimy. You know what I mean? But it's not like I left the next day. I still had things to do. And
I give him credit. I think he's downplaying how serious this could have been for him. I mean, once they put their hands on you, once you're being physically restrained, you know, you can't call the embassy on 911 and to go straight to the local embassy. Like, there's nobody for you to call. Like, I get it, but I think him downplaying the situation is somewhat misleading and dangerous for other people, because someone else in his very same predicament is not walking out of that karaoke bar, or at least not the way they walked in. You know what I'm saying? You're in a whole nother country, and when they put their hands on you, that's, brother, your life is on the line. Your life is in their hands. I get it. You know, put forth the calm, cool demeanor. It was nothing. I took an L, no big deal. No, nigga, that was a big nigga. Your life was on the line, brother. Your life, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you trying to go out like the raid and fight off 5 or 6 guys with machetes? Like, what are we talking about? Y'all heard how they described how they, locked the place down and brought them back into the room. Like, that's something to make light of, but okay. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people that live to hear these horrible stories happen to brothers overseas. Okay. You have a factory or a farm, a farm industry of those that want to collect these stories and be like, see, they if you're lame over here, you're super lame over there, and over there they're gonna put hands on you and rob you. But okay, a couple more minutes and we out of this one.
Chiang Mai, I went to Chiang Rai. I met a chick. We went to Chiang Rai. We went to the White Temple, the Blue Temple. I did a lot of stuff out that way. You know what I mean?
I don't know which is worse, this or Freeze is it. I mean, they both lives are on the line. Freeze, the idiot that he is, he comes online literally after they beat him up. Like, who does that?
But I got stories I can't even talk about. You know what I mean?
Yes, the like button works. Please use it. Stop being cheap with the likes, please and thank you.
As far as with females, you know what I'm saying? That might have to go on the Patreon. But this is just something like that. I was like, I got quite a few stories. I got a story in South Africa, crazy. You know what I mean? Just got things that happened, but it's not like every time something happened, I'm going to run to the internet to say it right when it happened. You know what I mean? Like I chalk it up as part of the game and an experience. But you know, as time goes on, I'm like, okay, I could share these experiences, so maybe people will. You know, my closest friends, they know these stories already. But I was like,
okay, I'm gonna leave it there. This should not be happening to you. I'm sorry. I don't know the guy. He seems genuine. This should not be happening to you. I get it. Evil people. What do I always keep saying? You got one job in life: to make it hard for the wolves, right? Make them pass on you and go to the next person, right? I just say make it hard for them. Make them make them think twice about choosing you as a victim. Oh, this one looks like they might fight. This one looks like they may scream and, gonna be a problem. Let's go. This one looks like too much work. Let's go to the next person. That's all you got. That's your one job in life. Make them pass you up and make somebody else the victim. Okay? This is not, it's not a flex at all, y'all. I'm sorry. Well, he under it now, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like I said, I have nothing against this guy, but your light, when they put hands on you and basically move you from one place to another, that's kidnapping here in the States, right? That's kidnapping. You move somebody against their will more than so many feet, that's kidnapping. So literally, you were kidnapped into another room and extorted under heavy duress, under the threat of physical violence, to pay a bill that you did not generate. That is something you should not take lightly. And you should not present that to other people like, it's no big deal. No, it's a very fucking big deal. That's a very, very big deal. But hey, it is what it is.